Good morning, guys. In case you haven't seen it yet, today's passcode is 602214, the first six digits of the significant part of Avogadro's constant. If you don't know what that is, look that up. Uh, Amadeo Avogadro. He's an Italian chemist. That number is rather miraculous. All right, let's see. For those of you who didn't have a picture, I came up with some pictures. If you don't like it, that's your problem. Send me a new one. I'm not going to have a blank in there. Atkins, Andrew, Bato, Begley, Bowling, Nathan Bowling, Kendrick, Cody, Chafin, Nicholas, Deaton, Denny, John Denny, going once, Boone, Ducker, Gargus, Cameron, Ethan, Bryce, Abe, Lincoln, Abe Lincoln. No, I'm in Lincoln. Not that either. Well, it'll be late. Hankins, Braden, Jennings, King, Larkins, Loretto, Madden, William Madden, going once, going twice. Martin, Shania, Shania Mays, McFan, Jose, John Morgan. Oh, you didn't send me a picture. Brett, Phibbs, Zach, Rosenberger, Rugebret. I'm gonna call you Tom Mix, man. Tom Mix is a comics character that I grew up with. He's a very young guy. He's the captain in Nevada Rangers. He's got hair like that. Schmidt, Sexton, Addison, Todd, Aiden, Leonard, and York. All right. Let's save that. In case you didn't know, this week we're doing it just for show, but let's see. In case you missed that email, I logged in just this morning and I did that. Actually, this is, yeah, that's the right class, I think. Yeah. There's a little link here. It says self-reported attendance. You just click on that when you come in the morning. I typically will put the passkey a minute or two before the class starts. This requires you to be logged into Google. You can use your EKU email. You don't need a Google email for that. Choose your name, enter the passkey, It has to match, otherwise, yes, then you could not have submitted it. That's the reason behind passkey. I don't want anybody who's not here to report their presence. I put that wrong on purpose because I don't want to submit it, right? And I can pull those things into Excel easily. I already set it up. If you guys are interested, I'll show you how to do it after the class is done. That way you don't have to copy paste those sheets every time there are new results. That's going to be really useful for me when I'm grading the Jeopardies. I can do it pretty much on the spot with that. And next week, when we start our regular lectures, there's going to be another link that says evaluate my friend. Okay. And basically, I'm going to ask you if you do a discussion where I'm going to ask somebody by name or volunteer, we will rate that discussion. Again, not giving the correct answer in and of itself doesn't mean anything. How you argue, you say, I don't know, I just guessed. That's not even an ugly answer. Okay. And we'll talk about details, but I will let your classmates to rate you, and I'm going to use their average rating. I'm going to also rate myself, but only as a check. If I rate somebody a 2, which means an ugly answer, I mean, there's something there, but no substance whatsoever. It's like, why do you think that's true? And you say, because you said so. That is a completely true statement and completely useless. Okay. And but you ended up giving that person a 7. Okay, I'll leave plus or minus 1 rating category. So the difference between 3 and 7 is going to come out of your pocket. He'll still get it, but you'll pay for it. Or I gave somebody a 7, you absolutely hate that person, and you gave him a 3. The difference between 4 and 3, again, is going to come out of your pocket. You are also required to rate your friends. Anytime you don't, I'm going to basically apply a penalty to you as well. All right. I'm not doing that to make you work. I can rate you myself, no problem. A, on average, you'll get lower grades if I do that. And B, I want you to be in the habit of evaluating other people's work. That's what you're going to do, hopefully, if you're a manager somewhere, okay? Based on somewhat objective criteria. All right. Now, what we're going to do this week. This week, I'm going to essentially spend reviewing the time value of money and its applications, but I'm going to do that in Excel context. So when we're done this week, we will have built a template in Excel. Well, it will be able to calculate present and future value of an annuity, which means equal set of payments, like mortgage payments, car loan payments in general, but also figure out payments, figure out required rate of return, figure out how long do you need to, and we will use that to solve relatively complicated retirement planning problems. I already created an empty sheet. That's what I call an abacus. It's basically an empty sheet, but it has some of my stuff. I mean, this simply zooms in, zooms out. This actually goes to the previously visited sheet. After the class, I'll show it to you guys if you want to know. Sometimes you go from one sheet to the other, you want to go back, but you don't remember where it was. And if you have only 2, that's not an issue. But if you're dealing with 27 different sheets, then that matters. All right. I don't know. That's always an issue with me. That's why I created that. It's required only 3 lines of coding, but in carefully placed places. Now, two things. Uh, even though I'm not going to use much macros today, these are what we call macro-enabled worksheets. Okay, I'm going to create a new one just to show you. Normally, when you do save as, for a file type, it says Excel workbook, and it has an extension XLSX. But if you have any type of code in it, you have to have it macro-enabled workbook. Okay, I'm not gonna show you too much in terms of coding, but some of the stuff we're gonna use. Uh, for example, OneDrive does not allow that, so I'm gonna actually save it somewhere on this PC, just for the hell of it. Then you can write code with it. If you're gonna write code, you should make sure that this developer tab is available to you. And to make that available, you do this only once for your own computer. On these things, you have to do it every time you use them. On any tab, right click, customize the ribbon, and find the developer tab and make sure that it's checked. You can also change the location of those. I use it a lot. I'm left eye dominant, so I keep it on the left. If you want to keep it on the right all the way to the end, you can do that. All I have to do is take it there. Okay. Once I hit OK, it's what I want it to be. You could also, this is actually rather useful. If there are certain things that you use a lot, you can put it to so-called quick access toolbar. For example, I use hiding and showing formula bar quite a bit. Simply column headings or full screen. Hitting escape gets you out of full screen. Certain other things. So